Minnesota Vikings wide receiver core it's young, it's certainly talented, but is to a degree unproven beyond Adam Jerome Thielen. So potentially looking to add just one more piece. I feel like looking at the room, you have a lot of young, really good receivers, but you're just missing that burner, the deep threat, the guy who will take the top off the defense. Plus, you still have 3 open roster spots. You have about $7-8 million in cap space. Why not bring back a guy who wore a Vikings uniform, has great chemistry with Kirk Cousins, still has speed for days, and would fill that deep threat role at minimal cost, probably veteran minimum? Aldrick, friggin' Robinson, one time. Like, does this make too much sense that it won't happen? It's one of those Spielman paradoxes. It's certainly possible. But let's talk about Aldrick today. So you remember him from the 2018 season. He was great. He was really good. 17 catches, 231 yards, and 5 touchdowns in a rotational role, in a very specific niche role in the passing game. But 32 years old now, 5'10", $187, a former 6th-round pick out of Washington via SMU. Came in the same season as Cousins. So they drafted RG3, Cousins in the 4th round, and then Aldrick Robinson in the 6th. Let's go. And he's been a situational speedster for a number of years. He had really good chemistry with Kirky in Washington, then eventually was on the Ravens practice squad 2014, as well as in Atlanta in 2016, followed Kyle Shanahan to San Francisco in 2017. So a lot of the scheme, a lot of the verbiage, there will be a lot of crossover and institutional knowledge there from Aldrick Robinson, because Shanahan's and Kubiak's teams are very similar. Plus, like I mentioned, when he was on the practice squad of the Ravens 2014, who was their OC? Gary Kubiak. Right, so he could step in day one, know the verbiage, know the concepts. You're going to be good to go. Also, like we said, he wasn't in camp or on a roster for 2018 before the Vikings signed him up. He was the guy. Barroom trivia question: who was the guy who took Daniel Carlson's roster spot after they cut him week 2? It was Aldrick Robinson, because they didn't sign a kicker right away, and it was just great. Week 4, he came in and was great. He lit up the Rams, 2 catches, 33 yards, 2 touchdowns on 2 targets. I understand it's like 2 touchdowns, that's lighting things up. Yes, for the 2018 Vikings, that kind of was. He played 252 offensive snaps that season, 23.98%. Was the 4th most snaps for a wide receiver, despite missing the first 2 weeks. And as we said, 17 catches, 231 yards, 5 touchdowns on 35 targets. Kirk obviously loves him, obviously trusts him. He was that true deep threat. He lined up outside and in the slot. So the question was, why didn't they bring him back last year? What was going on? It's not like they put a ton of resources into the wide receiver position. Even though, they brought back Treadwell after they cut him in after training camp. They brought in Jordan Taylor. Did they have that much faith in Chad Beebe? Was that it? They didn't draft a wide receiver till the 7th round, Dylan Mitchell and Olabisi Johnson. So Aldrick Robinson, he signs with Carolina, doesn't end up making the team, and has been out of football ever since. But I still think that he could add a lot of value to the team, because Robinson showed, both in 2018 as well as other previous stops with other teams in the NFL, that he doesn't necessarily need training camp. He was not in camp in 2018. He was out of football in 2015 altogether. He's cool with Cousins. Like I said, he has experience with Kubiak, his experience with the scheme, and also he's going to come in with a very small package of plays, and he's going to run mostly 9 routes. Say, what's my role here? I'm going to run deep, take the top off the defense, off of play action. Chef's kiss. Because even though I still love the young talent on this team, you love Tajay Sharp, you love Olabisi Johnson, you love Dylan Mitchell. We'll see if Alexander Hollins and Davion Davis can do something in year 2. But just adding that steady veteran presence, that guy that can have reliable chemistry with Kirk Cousins, a guy that can fill a niche that's missing on this team right now for a veteran minimum. Why not? Why not? Or just go to Kirk. He's the de facto GM right now. Why can't Kirk be like, hey, pretty Ricky, we're signing Aldrick Robinson today for the league minimum. What's Rick going to do? Right? Again, it's just one of those things that just makes so much sense. You know it. I know it. The American people know it, but it just won't happen. Because stuff. All right, but your thoughts. Aldrick Robinson not signing with the Vikings, even though he should. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. You want to support the work, pull us on the Venmo. Please give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.